Well, we expect few good citizens of this country to come and join us in our impromptu protest against persecution of our neighbor and colleague who together with us refused to pay for BBC propaganda. I think we must show it because it's a violation of our consciences. It's against my conscience to pay for propaganda, particularly as this propaganda happened to be hostile toward me and people like I am. So I'm happy that some other people joined us and we can show our feelings. Show its wisdom and would not persecute John Kelly, our good friend and colleague, who did nothing wrong, in my view, but showed his feelings toward the situation we have in this country with the BBC.
I think I should forward. Okay, that kind of. So it's good with all ones.
Yeah, you can report that, can you?
Yeah, we can. Did you ask for the jury trial?
Did?
What did they say?
Didn't even get the courtesy of the reply.
What happened to the judiciary in this country? The country will be blind.
Do you know who this gentleman is? Mr. Bukovsky, you spent 12 years in a gulag in Russia.
Let's go completely.
A few miles away where you were.
Oh, well, that's, I was for disagreeing with communist ideas, basically, from the age of 16. And that didn't sit well with the communist authorities. As a result, I was in labor camps, prisons, and even mental institutions for a while.
Do you see any similarities between them
I
and
see
now?
similarities now with the kind of advancement of oppression, of the freedom of speech and the freedom of expression. We see it every day and it grows. I always have this feeling of deja vu, as if I'm back in my youth and it's all coming again. And it's really hurts me. When I came to this country 33 years ago, it was a marvelous country, and I was really amazed that people can live so decently. And in these 33 years, I observed agonizingly how slowly these freedoms are eroded in this country, and how people become apathetic, like they used to be in Russia in my young days, how they would swallow any lies, just not to have any troubles, any problems, and it's really a road to serfdom. If you do that, if you don't stand up for your rights, for what is yours, for what's your legacy, for what's your ancestors' beliefs, you would end up in Gulag too.
Do you see the BBC playing its part in that?
Oh, BBC is a ministry of truth, as Orwell would have called it. Actually, when Orwell was asked whom he modeled the Ministry of Truth and in 1984, was it the Soviet Union? He said, no, it's from BBC, because he used to work for BBC, so he knew it inside, so he knew what it is. Now, BBC is shameful organization. I mean, I remember 30 years ago, when they at least had some good plays, good drama, comedies, which they still have to repeat because they didn't produce anything better than that. And slowly it became a lowbrow, worse than any tabloid, it became stupid and above all political. I mean, in their royal charter, they solemnly promised that it would be impartial, that they would reflect every tendency, opinion in this country as much as they can. And that's on that basis that they require us to pay our license. It's an agreement, it's a contract between us and them. They would provide and we would pay for it. Now, unfortunately, they broke their part of the contract, and I feel entitled to break my part of it. So therefore, for the last 7 years, I don't pay any license. They are very biased about the European Union. They don't allow any debate, serious debate. In the last elections in the European Parliament, they were so one-sided. They even somehow didn't notice that UKIP has gained in its popularity, got more places, and across the world, across Europe, the anti-EU parties were gaining momentum everywhere. BBC did not see it.
Have you been summoned for your license non-payment?
No, no.
Why?
They came a couple of times to me and asked me, do I pay license? I said, no. Do you have a television? Yes. Do you realize it could be used against you in a court? And I said, I will be happy. That's all I want. I want BBC to drag me in chains to court. And I will say to the whole world, well, now I have a good chance of comparing Her Majesty Prison Service with Gulag. And I'm sure it will be very favorable for Her Majesty Prison Service.
But the point today that I found out is that you're not given the time to make such an eloquent statement.
You can do it to journalists later, it doesn't matter. People will hear. Today in the world of internet and all other things, no matter how much censorship they introduce, and they do introduce censorship, we will manage to tell it to the world.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for coming today.
Always.